Good day, folks, and welcome back. Today you find us inside. Well, we're no longer inside. Good day, folks, and welcome back to the channel. Today you find us looking at the e-hybrid 918 Spyder. This is one of those cars that contains a battery, and it's something we're going to have to manage while we're racing. It's a four-wheel drive shod vehicle, and it's got immense power for what it is. Came to the game back in something like update 1.27, 1.26. Let's go and take a look at the setup. So for Le Mans, it's a 700 pp target. We're currently at 699.99. We've had to tune a little bit to get it to there. The PP already comes in amazingly high, so we haven't got a lot to play with on this. Once we put the racing hards on, we actually go over the target, so we have to scale it back a little bit. But we've got a front lip, side skirts, rear valance, and a high rear ring with 20 end plates. Normal suspension. Fully customizable diff, but we've left it 10, 20, 44. One secondo. What part am I missing? No torque vectoring center differential. It's listed as four-wheel drive on the drivetrain, but we don't have any way of adjusting the front wheel LSD. It doesn't have the active LSD. That is the weirdest, bizarrest thing. I've never spotted that before. So just as we had that little moment there where I did a realization, this is a four-wheel drive car, it's listed as, but we have no way to adjust the front power. We don't have access to a torque vectoring adjustment. Here we go, the torque vectoring center differential, and there's no rear front diff, so it's actually set up as two-wheel drive. So I'm going to leave that as it is at 10, 20, 40, just for the sake of where we're going, because I've test driven it and it actually goes pretty well with the 10, 20, 40. So downforce, as we've talked about what we've added on, it's 188 at the front and it's massive at the rear, 539, to account for that rear wheel drive element. ECU set to 100, we've got all the power, but we're going to restrict that back. So maximum torque and brake horsepower. Max torque's around about the 6,500 RPM point, and then brake horsepower at 9,500 is where it's really pushing the revs at 782 brake horsepower. Fully customizable manual transmission, and it's set quite long. Again, we didn't take the racing because of the PP limits. There is nothing else added to the car at all. Let's take it to the track. So here we are at Le Mans. It's a World Touring Car 700 event. Settings will be assists, traction control 1, default ABS, ASM on and counter steer assistance on strong, controller settings, controller steering sensitivity 5, force feedback max torque 5, force feedback sensitivity 6. Not a lot to say. We're going to take the four-wheel drive, two-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive monster around this circuit then. Let's see what it's like. First thing we'll do is get the fuel down and we'll see how many laps we can get out of it. We're going to try and do 3 laps on the first stint. Fuel's looking pretty good already. .8 at this point is really quite something. We know this car's going to be a mover. As we get overtaken by the GR86 from Toyota. Look to go around the outside. We just took the XJ220 round the track, and that was a 207 mile an hour beastie. I don't think this is going to get near that on the backed off fuel. Will it get anywhere? It's 196. That's going to be quick enough, isn't it? She's pretty skittish and flighty. She's a mover. 8 seconds behind the leader. We're in 8th place. Easily going to do 3 laps. Easy. 7th gear comes along quite naturally. That battery's burning away. We've got to find a way to build that battery back up. We're just going to back off it here. Close up to these guys as we approach this corner. 3 wide. Up to 5th place. On fuel for 6, so at 2.6 laps we've definitely got the fuel. I just don't know whether we're going to have the battery assistance. 1st place is actually there. So on fuel map 6, this is absolutely immense. This has got to be the fastest car we brought to the track as yet. Taking a bit of a shove from Mr. McEwen. As we've got the fuel, let's get that rain radar on. We'll leave Mr. Blasen behind. I don't think we really needed to worry about sacrificing any PP points for power, did we? This car is just absolutely immense. What an absolute mover. To be that far in the lead. Just listen to the power cutting in and out as we hit the throttle. I think we will be sans battery, without battery, at some point through the 2nd lap, which we don't know what that's going to do, but we'll have to look at fuel economy, I guess. No rain on the radar, so let's skip back. Got plenty of fuel at this point. A 4:01 outlap, that's immense. This can do sub 4-minute laps easily then, one would suggest. We'll just wind it up on the 4th gear just to see if we can generate some battery back. It doesn't, I think, want to do any of that itself. Five seconds in the lead. The weather seems to be changing. Definitely getting a bit of greying overcastness coming in from the west on the right hand side. Battery about to run out. Definitely charges on braking, doesn't it? Seconds in the lead. No battery, it's all gone. 7th gear. Stops at 172 mile an hour then, and without battery. Wonder if we'll be able to generate it whilst we're in the rain. The rain that we know's coming, 125 mile an hour. We've lost the pace at this point. We're not actually using any battery in 6th gear. Eight seconds in the lead. Well, it's quite difficult to work out how to manage this battery once, because it's such a long straight and you're going to floor it. Might as well put in 7th and save the juice. Are we eating loads of fuel? No, we're still actually on track at this point. Loads of fuel. There's the rain coming in from the top right. I've never seen the rain the same in two races. The rain seems totally variable. I can't think of the word. Random is the other word I was thinking of. Which is great because it spices it up, but it also means that every video is completely unplanned, because there's nothing you can do. You can't go and run the race and run it exactly the same again. It just never works. So you've got to take what comes. 9 seconds in the lead. This won't be a particularly fast lap time without a battery. A 4:09. Seconds in the lead because Mr. McEwen went to the pits. I don't know if that rain is just moving across the top or whether it's actually coming towards us. Looks like it's coming to get us now. So we're at the peak of the RPM there, 160 mile an hour. Whatever we get now is a bonus. We're not burning a massive amount of fuel. We're going to brake on the normal spot and see what happens. We've got a little bit of battery now. There's quite some heavy rain there. The helicopter looks like it's making a dash for cover. Looks like we might just skirt along the edge of that. Well, with reference to this video, depending on when you're watching it, there's a current time trial going on at one of the raceways in the USA. It's the Michelin track, is it? Road Atlanta, that's the one. And there's a car in there, the Porsche. I think it's the 919, where you have to manage the battery for a single lap, and even that is tough. Looks like we're going to avoid all the heavy stuff. We have to think about going to the pits at the end of this lap. This will flatten the battery. Like the XJ220, this car is so smooth to drive. Once you get the feel for it, you point it where you want it to go and it'll go there. Tyre wear is not noticeable. I was going to say negotiable, but tyre wear isn't an issue. I haven't had to move the brake balance controller because it just seems relatively stable coming in and out the corners. I just had to remove a Spyder from the wall. And we're diving into the pits, and I think we're just going to take a new set of these tyres. Might be a bit wet in here, it might not. Hasn't really rained yet. We're good on fuel, so let's take a new set of hards, take all the fuel and let's go again. By the miles in the bottom left hand corner, you can see we didn't practice a lot in this car. 17 seconds in the lead, then Mr. Blazan and Mr. Yamanaka all filing behind us. We've used a lot more fuel than they have. Well, Mr. Blazan more than us, but we're lacking electrical power, as you can see there, just that little bit in the green. Tyres changed, fuel going in. We're down to 6th place. Mr. Hayward and Mr. Mangiano get ahead of us, and we're away. We pop out of the rain clouds. Those two guys have already pitted once, so they're making good time. We're hampered by the fact we've got no electrical power. We probably haven't got the speed to overtake Mr. Hayward, maybe. Battery's gone. Purely onto the power of the engine. And we seem to be running in line with the clouds. Nobody was taking wet weathers or inters. 170 mile an hour. Not forgetting we've got entirely standard brakes on this thing, so maybe if we'd managed to put the brake package on, we'd be able to generate more power for the battery. Again, we could sacrifice some of this overpower that we've got for braking power and maybe generating more power. Mr. Hayward is certainly keeping his distance. Oop, we ran a bit wide there. I thought we might be able to just capitalise a bit, but it wanted to slide, and we're back out into the sunshine. We've taken a second out of him. We're 1.6 seconds ahead of Mr. Mangiano. Very smoothly through that apex. Battery power diminishes very, very quickly. Still got battery power at this point, but it doesn't look like it's using it. Obviously decided not to use it. expecting Mr. Hayward to take to the pits this time round. Not entirely sure. I don't believe he's on a one stop. We managed to drag up into his slipstream, and then we'll see if he's got the bottle to go around the outside of us here. Oh, he does, and he clips our front end. He hasn't got the bottle to take the inside line though, has he? Let's see where we are on fuel. We're good. We're not under any threat with rain. Lap 4. I am expecting more though. Kind of just made that roundabout. Kind of just made that chicane. Yes, they go to the pits, so our lead is much bigger than what we thought it was. The lead will stay where it is until we probably overcut that apex there. Yeah, we got a penalty. I was expecting that. Our lead is 21 point something seconds, and it's that purely because the cars had to go past the timing point for it to recognise the distance ahead. So we've just got a little pause at the end of the circuit, just over halfway, maybe 2/3 around the circuit, just to expend that penalty. And it looks like we've got rain in the bottom right hand corner, just hovering away there. We haven't had to actually take any rain tyres at this moment in time. We just have to see what's coming. Seconds in the lead, and the car's holding its battery power again. It's not expending it. Looks like we've got rain coming in from the north as well. A pincer movement. We're being flanked. Oh my word. And it's coming in from the north. Oh my word, what's going on here? Are we travelling through a narrow channel in the middle? Doing for fuel? 1.5 with bob on. Yeah, we don't know what's coming. It's looking very overcast and murky. The track is dry though. I confused the words track and dry in my head. The try is track. Wowzers. There's that half-second penalty gone. Oh, we just got a band of rain moving either side of us. We've got another lap to put in, and then good for fuel. was just about to, I'm halfway through changing to check the fuel. There it is, 1.2, we're good. And that rain is skirting along the north edge of the circuit. So one more lap for lap 6. Fastest lap of the race belongs to us at 4:09.157. That lap was a 4:16 with 0 battery power. The car really doesn't need it. It is supremely powered. Just got to remember to change up. Just skirting along the edge of that rain cloud. We are 24 seconds in the lead. Those guys behind us are looking to stop maybe at the end of lap 6, I would expect. Same as us. 2-3 lap stints, then a single, and we're going to open her up for the final lap. We certainly are. We're not going to change tyres, but it's an incredibly grey race. As we skirt all the way along that rain cloud. No real disasters or drama happening behind us. We just need to take the fuel to be able to complete the race. The ASM and the counter steer really working against us around that corner, but the car is so stable anyway for a full-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive monster with no adjustability. And it looks like we're in the clear for this rain. It doesn't look like it's going to come get us at all. It's just an ever-present threat. "24 seconds in the lead still. We're just keeping our nose in front. I think we need to take 2 laps of fuel and then open it up to be full power. Not that we're going to get full power because we don't have the battery working, but we'll get more throughput on the engine and hopefully some more top speed, but we won't get that final fastest lap, which is a shame. But let's just very quickly change that fuel map. And dive this into the pits. We've been really lucky with the rain. We're not going to change tyres. We're going to take the fuel. So as we enter the pits, 27 seconds in the lead. We are going to take 2 laps of fuel and we're just going to gun it and race for the line. kind of hoping that everybody else behind us is coming in. They're all going to need tyres, one would hope. Was that thunderstorms in the difference? All the guys behind us on softs. Now I did put the tow hook on this car. There we go, 2.1 laps of fuel, 3 minutes 30 remaining. Still showing 29 seconds in the lead. Mr. McEwen not looking like he's going to pit. We do have battery power. We're only 14 seconds in the lead. Let's give it the beans. Let's see where it takes us with what battery power it's got. I'm expecting 170 plus. There's the 170. Let's go to 7th gear as we just tip that down slope. It still carries on. Fuel economy is king. I actually forgot to brake then. I was in focus on where I was going. I was thinking, not commentating, just making sure I was doing what I was doing. And whilst I was thinking, I forgot the braking point, but we made it. 18 seconds in the lead. 1.3 laps of fuel. Well, as a grind car, it's easy. This is just going to roll the laps. They're going to fly past. You're not going to really notice excitement. You haven't really got a race in it, because you're so far ahead of these boys. But we want it easy, don't we, because we're grinding. That's exactly how it needs to be, and this car delivers that. We were so fortunate with the rain. Just a disappointment that we haven't been able to demonstrate its full power. A little bit confused by the four-wheel drive, wheel-wheel drive thing. I don't know if that's purchasable. It just seemed to be blocked. I don't know whether that comes with the Extreme. No, because the only Extreme you've got is the conrods and pistons. So we're 35 seconds away from the end of the race. It's struggling power-wise. It doesn't know what to do with itself, does it? Maybe that's just searching for grip. Yeah, it's struggling for the grip. That's the counter steer and ASM just holding it back with a mixture of traction control. And that's the end of the race time-wise. We're 22 seconds in the lead. Just going to finish the race as we enter the lap 8 start. We've got plenty of fuel. Oh, we picked up a 1 second penalty through there for just running over that curb. Best not get any more, had we? As we go to slide over the curb there. As we come through the line, that does it. Well, I'm not disappointed. It looks good. It sounds good. It's got the same headlights as the electric version, doesn't it? I'd never seen that before. I'm really pleased with that as a car. Look, 35 seconds over the 30 minutes. We'll just squeeze 2 in just over an hour, but we won't have time for a blute and a new drink. We didn't get to lap anybody. We were 2:25 ahead of the slowest car, Mr. Bishop. Fastest lap of the race of 4:09. So it ticks many boxes, and it also ticks the box for the clean race bonus, clearing us 22,200,000 miles for the day. But there she is, folks. As always, it's up to you what you do. If this is going to be the car you choose to grind, it's a good one, it's quick, it's powerful, and it's lucky with the rain. Yeah, looks good, sounds lucky, it ticks all the boxes. Maybe where it doesn't, it's the driver error. But we're going to leave you with it, folks. It's up to you what you do. We'll see you on the next one. Take care. All the best.